Hi, my name is Macy Christensen. I'm a junior at Highland High School this year. This year for my STAR event, I chose to do entrepreneurship because that's always been something that interests me. I used to own a business when I was 14. It was a little snow shack called Oh My Heck. I had a ton of fun with that, so I just thought maybe I'd try out the STAR event this year because it's something that I enjoy. So first off, I just wanted to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to be here and watch my video and to look at my presentation and my PowerPoint and just give me feedback and guidance. That way it means a lot to me. So basically what my project is it's a nonprofit called 831, which is the digital meaning for I love you. What we do is it would be a nonprofit that benefits teens that are teen parents, victims of abuse, rape victims, homeless, minors, etc. The reason I chose that was because it's a very important subject to me. I myself was a victim of rape when I was younger, and it was just really nice to have that comfort and support that sometimes teens aren't given, just because there's a lack of education and they don't have anywhere to turn to. So I'd want this to be a safe place for all teens to seek help, and then also learn how to build healthy relationships and maintain those relationships with family, friends, significant others if they're having children, etc. So our hours of operation would be from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We would always have a 24-hour hotline, just in case there's something that happens that a student or anyone needs help with. They can reach out to us and we can take care of it that way. Our space would be about 2,000 square feet, so about the size of a small home. Not super big, but it'd be enough space for what we need. Basically, if you view my rendering and my floor plan, it shows basically what's going to be there. So you'll walk in, there's going to be an entrance, there's going to be a cafe where we're going to sell treats, maybe coffee, hot chocolate, smoothies, that kind of stuff. And then also that opens up job opportunities for some of the teens that are doing a work-based learning, which is what our business is going to be, is a work-based learning for students. And so they have a place to eat, there's a kitchen, and then behind the kitchen there's going to be a pantry for students, just so they can take stuff when they need it and give it to their family or use it for their children, etc. And I just thought that was a good idea. It'll also have clothing, so there'll be a little boutique next to it, just so that everyone has the supplies they need. We'll also offer hygiene products because we do have bathrooms where students can shower in case they need. And then next to that, we're gonna have a daycare center so that teen parents can also gain an education and have the opportunity to work while having free childcare. And then also other teens can work in the daycare with some of our volunteers to teach them how to care for children properly. Just make sure everyone's safe and well taken care of. And then there's going to be a little conference room that'll act as a classroom for when we have little seminars or guest speakers. So basically what would happen is we'd have classes, but it'd be volunteers, retired teachers or police officers, firefighters, medics, etc. Would come in and talk to the students, see what they're interested in as future careers, and help them build up skills and trades so that they have more options in the future. So that one was an important one for me. And then the next thing was there's a little office behind the classroom in case there needs to be a private conversation, or if something needs to be taken care of, we can take care of it in there. And then basically that sums up the floor plan and the rendering. But if you just go, I think it's slide 6 or 7 that has my pictures on it. I used Revit, which is a design program that a lot of professionals use. So I just had someone help me with that, and well, actually my dad helped me, and he showed me like how to download the different like pieces of like furniture, and then like how to place them, sizing, just so that everything is like modeled correctly in like the right size so that it doesn't look weird. So I had a lot of fun working with my dad, just because I got to go into his work and see like how everything works, and like I met his coworkers, and everyone like helped explain like why things are designed a certain way. So that was really fun for me. The next thing that I wanted to touch on was my job reference list. So basically what that was me, it's like a page on my slide that described like what we were looking for in volunteers, like how much we would have to pay them, and then like the laws and like surveys and stuff, just to make sure that the people that are coming into the building are safe, and that the students are going to be safe, and just to make sure that everyone's healthy and taken care of that way, just so that we meet all laws and regulations. And then the next thing was the management and laws, and that one is important because since it's a nonprofit, it's a little bit different than if it were like a for-profit business. So the laws change a little bit. So since it's a work-based learning program, the students wouldn't necessarily have to be paid, but I think that it would be important for me as like the nonprofit owner or organizer to give these students an opportunity to earn money, because a lot of times as teen parents or like survivors or victims, they're not given the same opportunity as other kids their age, just because their time is going different places. And so I think it's important to give them that opportunity. And so we'd pay $7.25, which is the federal, like it's the minimum wage, and then we have to have all these different kinds of insurance, like motor insurance, accidental insurance, there was property insurance, and there's just a few more. If you look on the management and laws section of my PowerPoint, you'll see it there, with a bunch of different cited workplaces, just so that you have a like solid, truthful source, I guess. So anyway, I had a lot of fun learning about that. It did advise that if you are going to start a nonprofit, that you do hire an attorney to help you get all that sorted out, just because it can be a little bit tricky to figure it out yourself, just to make sure that you have everything correct and in the right order, so that you don't get in trouble with the law. So we do have a very tight budget because it is a nonprofit. So what that would look like is we need at least $7,000 a month to run our nonprofit. If you look on my PowerPoint, there is a section that shows the budget, and like it has it broken down into like like electricity and like utilities and stuff like that. And then it also has the insurance in there, mortgage payments, like employee hours, etc. So it'd be about $7,000. How we would pay for that is just partnerships with local businesses, and then also we would hopefully get donations from people in the community. And this is where the business part comes in. So I would want to sell these t-shirts that I designed, and if you look on my portfolio, there is a picture of the designs. So we would just have to sell around, I think it was 150 items, like the average of each, because it varies, like there's a very wide gap between the cheapest item and the most expensive, so you just have to find the mean or the average, I guess, and I did that. It would be about 150 items that we would have to sell to reach that goal, and then hopefully we would be bringing in about $9,500 a month, just to make sure that we have a little bit of cushion in our bank account, just to make sure that everything is running smoothly. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was my marketing plan. So part of that would be the t-shirts and the other like merch or apparel, I guess, that we would be selling off of a website. That would just be a big one because people would wear it, so you're getting free advertisement from that. And then the next one was going to be social media platforms, because a lot of young teens and even like parents are on social media like Facebook and Instagram, even Snapchat. So that is a really good resource because it's cost effective and it's affordable. So as a nonprofit, it would be beneficial for us to be on those social media platforms. And then the other way that I was wanting to advertise was through local businesses and schools, because a lot of the schools would be bringing students into our facility for us to help assist. And so I think posting what we are, what we're about, like what we're looking for in schools and local businesses would just help bring attention to what we're trying to do, and I think that it might interest some people in our community. And then the next thing I wanted to talk about was just my like how the education part would work. So basically what we would be doing is we would have volunteers like retired teachers or people from like the hospital or even like firefighters or policemen would come into our facility and help teach these kids about what their job is, like what they're in charge of, their responsibilities. Maybe they could even talk about salary, hours, just like the need to know basics, and help teach these kids different trades and skills for different job environments, just so that they are exposed to that, so that they have those skills when the time comes. I would also want to have a partnership with local stores to help us keep our food pantry stocked. At my school, Highland, I help with the food pantry, and we have a thing set up with Fresh Market, which is just down the street. And every Thursday, I think, they bring all the groceries that weren't sold or like that they can't sell to Highland. Like they're still safe to consume and everything, but for whatever reason they can't sell. They bring it to Highland, and then it goes to the food pantry. And there's like, my school has the highest number of, or maybe it's not the highest, it's like 49% of the students are below the poverty line, and so a lot of them are like homeless or just like in financial crisis. And so I know that pantry helps them a lot. And then also we have like a clothing donation, and a lot of that does come from the community. So I feel that if we were working with the schools, we could both be successful in bringing that in, just so that students have those resources and all their needs are met. Because until your needs are met, you can't focus on like if your basic human needs aren't being met, then you're not going to be able to focus on your education or your future, or even like your mental and like physical health. So I think it's important just to give these kids the resources that they need. So having a partnership with local stores would be beneficial for that. And then also I would want to have something set up with the hospitals so that we would have a clinic for teen mothers that are carrying, or if their children need medical attention, or even if the students need medical attention, because oftentimes they aren't receiving that if they are homeless or experiencing financial crisis. And then also that would go with like the fire stations and police stations, just to help keep our building safe and teach students about these different job titles. And I think that it's something that's really important in our community to make sure that everyone's safe and healthy. And so I think educating the youth on that would be beneficial. If you have any questions for me, you can email me. It's at the end of my PowerPoint presentation. I just wanted to thank you again for taking the time out of your day to watch this video and for giving me the feedback that I need to improve it, because this is something that is important to me, and I'm just excited for my next step in the future. And I had a really fun time creating this project. It was a little stressful just because I was like, oh my gosh, I have to like meet all these requirements, and I was just trying to do my best job. So I hope that you enjoyed, and I just wanted to thank you again for helping me out with it. It means a lot, and hopefully I can do something with this. Anyway, if you want to see my citation list, it's at the end, or yeah, like my citation. For some reason that sounds weird to me. Anyway, like my works cited page is at the end of my presentation. So anyway, thank you so much. Again, have a great day. Thank you.